What I hope has happened in the last 15 years is that Londoners have realised that Indian food is much more than they may have thought it was.
Hi, I'm Katrina and I'm in Shoreditch today to meet Kavi, the co-founder of Dishoom. I want to find out where he likes to go out in this area, and there's no queue outside right now, so should we go inside and meet him?
We started Dishoom in 2010 and here we are in 2024, 14 years later, still bringing the Bombay food and the Bombay culture that we get excited about, that we love sharing with people to London, to other parts of the UK. And ultimately Dishoom and our restaurants are rooted in Bombay, the people, the food, the culture that really makes us happy. It's nothing fancy, it's just a comfort food that makes people smile, it warms their hearts and warms their bellies. And so sitting here at 14 years later looking back, it's really extraordinary, I think, to see how our team has grown and how they've fallen in love with Bombay, and our guests keep coming back for the awesome food and drink. Oh look, here we've got some chai. There you go. I think you ordered no chai, right?
My oatmeal.
Thank you so much. Perfect.
And the regular one.
That's for me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Nice hot drink.
Nice hot drink.
Day.
Should I cheers it?
Yeah.
Cheers to chai.
Cheers to chai.
Nice hot chai.
Everyone is obsessed with the bacon naan roll.
Okay.
How did that come up?
It's a good question. So, a big part of our inspiration, like I said, is the comfort food of Bombay. And in Bombay, breakfast is a thing, as it is in many parts of the world. But breakfast is typically eggs, bread, could be keema, mince, chai. But we felt if there was a place rooted in Bombay culture, a cafe from Bombay that opened in London, they would be really in tune with what their guests would want. And in London, we're known for bacon sandwiches, amongst other things, but that's what people love here for breakfast. They're like, well, why don't we do our version of a bacon sandwich, which is a bacon naan roll? And ultimately, I think we have an unfair advantage because our naans are cooked to order. Because I can't think of another bacon sandwich in the world where the bread is baked fresh alongside the bacon that's cooked fresh. So it's a super delicious, freshly prepared product. And I think that's one of the reasons people find it so delicious, is because it's fresh bread and fresh bacon.
I feel like it's become the official hangover food
For the world.
for London. Yeah, like it just is.
Oh, it just, even if you're hungover or not, it's just a really lovely way to start the day.
Yeah, it really is.
I love it. I love it. I think I may have eaten more bacon naan rolls than anybody else in the world. And not all of them were on a hangover.
So you've got strong ties to the area.
Yes.
Do you want to go and show me some of your favourite spots?
Let's go to Layla's. It's really good. It's been here for maybe 20 years, so definitely long before we showed up here. And I can tell you more about it when we get there, but I think you'll like it. So they've got a milk flavoured soft serve today. Why don't we do a couple of those? Go on, let's go get some soft serve. That was quite milky.
Yeah.
Let's walk.
Oh, it's lovely.
One thing that we were really pleased with, or really fortunate with, I guess, is that at the time, when you think about 2010 in London, and we were only in London at the time, you had curry houses, which are fantastic, and I love curry houses, but people associated that with Indian food, or kind of these higher end, Michelin-starred, chef-led places. And neither of those things, and I love them both, and I love going to curry house and I love going to fancy restaurants, obviously, but neither of those places felt particularly Bombay or particularly Indian. And so what I think we were able to do is capture Indian culture, Indian food, in a way that second, third generation Indians in London could almost take ownership of, and not necessarily be proud of, but could relate to in a way that they hadn't been able to before, or certainly for a long time. And so I think what makes me extremely happy is that when you see people from India coming off the plane and coming straight to Dishoom from Bombay, I'm like, hold on a minute, you can get vada pav there, you can get chai there. But I think what they're relating to is the environment, the culture, the way we look after guests, the way we look after each other, and the fact that you get all of this wonderful comfort food in one place, which you don't in Bombay, right? You have to go all over the city to get all of that. So I think for me, that was a moment of reflection that, hold on a minute, we're doing something here that we're extremely proud of, but it looks like other people are proud of it as well. And the other cool thing was that you get non-Indian people bringing Indian people saying, look, I found this thing and it represents Indian culture in a way that I think you're going to love because you're Indian. So we had like sharing both ways between Indian culture and non-Indian cultures.
I wanted to ask you about this because there have been some criticisms of Dishoom kind of packaging kind of working class comfort food to a white British audience. I want to ask you, who is your audience and where do you think Dishoom sits culturally in the UK?
That's a great question. So I would definitely not agree with people that say we're trying to cater to a certain type of person. I think what we're trying to do is really transport you to a time and place. So we've just been in Shoreditch. We want to take you, the minute you walk into the veranda, to some other place and time for the short time you're eating in our restaurant. And the food, we have fantastic chefs that spend a lot of time in Bombay. We're really proud of the food we serve. We're not trying to dumb it down for anybody. We're not trying to cater it to a certain type of person. So, and I think that goes along with that is that you'll sometimes come into one of our restaurants and you'll find groups of tourists. You'll also find an Indian family celebrating a birthday. You'll also find a person eating by themselves, or you might find celebrities, right? So it really does cater to everybody across many different backgrounds, and that's what I actually love about what we do, is that everyone is always welcome, and there isn't a certain, and you can come and have a cup of chai, or you can come and have a blowout meal, and we'll look after you in the same way, and hopefully you'll have an equally wonderful time. Let's go.
Growing up in London, what were your 3 favourite Indian restaurants?
So, and a favourite family style restaurant, I love the Vijay Indian restaurant in Kilburn. It's around the corner from me. South Indian family, but lots of delicious food from all over the country. I love Lahore Kebab House for just meat and beer. Bring your own, nice and easy. No frills, but really delicious. And for higher end, fancier, I love BB. So Chet does a great job. The food, the presentation, the quality, the sourcing. He really cares about what's going on the plate, and everything's delicious. So those would be my 3 go-to. And then if those are all full, come to Dishoom. Right, Dom Subs, here we come. You're veggie.
I'm veggie.
I'm gonna have a spicy Italian.
Is that your go-to?
Yeah, we get Doms a lot in the office. So
I like how that one's got a warning.
very spicy. You will know that you ate me tomorrow morning. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Look at that.
So what's in yours?
Lots of Italian meats, and then like a Thai chili sauce.
Wow, mine's got loads of coriander.
I've got Parma ham, I've got cheese, mortadella, pickled jalapenos it looks like, and then got that chili sauce on the top. It's a proper sandwich.
Who's the most famous person you've welcomed into Dishoom?
Oh, we've had a lot of people come over the years. Beyonce brought her mum.
What did she order?
I wasn't there. Hopefully everything. We get so many people from all walks of life, honestly. And that's, again, I go back to that, that's what I love about what we do, is that an unnamed, very famous A-list actress showed up at our Shoreditch restaurant once, and there was an hour-and-a-half queue. And our team said, great, it's an hour-and-a-half queue. And she stood at the back of the queue and came in and had her dinner. And I just love that, you know, everyone's treated the same.
Yeah.
So that was quite cool.
That is very nice. It's good to know, it's good to know.
Cross the road, grab a drink. Should we have a cocktail? When does the answer to that ever know?
Okay, so we changed the menu recently.
Yeah.
We work around the process that is quite delicate on flavors. So our drinks are quite low ABV, quite beginning of the week, if I can say it like this, like aperitif style.
Yeah.
So all of them are quite delicate in terms of flavors, in terms of ABV, easygoing vibes.
One pepper.
Yeah, that one
whiskey.
sounded good, and the martini bay sounded good.
Yeah, I like the sound of both.
Should we share those two?
Yeah.
Done.
There you go.
A mizu and a martini bay.
Amazing. Easy life guys.
Easy life. give that a go. Apparently that's a low ABV martini.
Yeah, that's what. I want to know how you think British people's perspectives on Indian food has changed over the years.
Back in 2010, people would probably say, if you ask them India, they'd probably say curry house, maybe the Taj Mahal, Days of the Raj, cricket and Bollywood. There may not be many other things that they would identifiably think of as Indian. Whereas what I think we've been part of at Dishoom is introducing people in London to a bit more rooted in Indian food. So our breakfast is really, really popular and really busy, and we're serving people keema and a curry, which is a spice scrambled egg, omelettes. Obviously we have a bacon naan roll. And I think all of a sudden people realize, hold on a minute, I can have an Indian breakfast that isn't associated with a curry house or a Michelin star restaurant, and isn't in this kind of stereotypes I might have in my head. And then lunch, people didn't really go to Indian restaurants for lunch, and more people now going to Indian restaurants for lunch. So I think what I hope has happened in the last 15 years is that Londoners have realized that Indian food is much more than they may have thought it was, and it can be different things to different people at different parts of the day. And it doesn't have to be really heavy and then regret it the next day.
And
it can
it's
be
not all full of cream either. That's
no,
such
right.
a misconception.
And it's fresh and vibrant. When you go to Bombay, it's not full of, it's lemon, garlic, ginger, lime, chili. It's all really fresh in your face flavors, not the more regal flavors like cardamom and saffron and cream, and that exists in Indian cuisine, but that's not all Indian cuisine is. So I hope that people are a bit more enjoying of the variety that Indian food can offer.